Well, this week we're reaching into our viewer mailbag. We're asking the garden guy all of your questions. We have two really good questions. Please say good morning, of course, to Derek Thomas with Thomas Landscapes. Hello, my friend.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Happy spring.
I know.
I think
now
the last time I saw you, it was like really cold.
Right. Now it feels like we're actually going to get there. And with springtime comes questions about our garden, of course.
Absolutely.
So the first one is from Jackie from D.C., D.C. I saw that as Upper Northwest. Of course, it's Upper Marlboro.
Right.
My neighbor's backyard has a slope and water from the irrigation system runs into my yard. I'd like low-maintenance trees and evergreens that do well in wet soil. So she needs to grow things in wet soil. What's your advice to Jackie?
The first thing is you can grow almost anything if you're dealing with an alteration of the slope, which is what she is. She's got water runoff. If you do a little bit of planning, take the time to do some gravel. This is just a regular, this is actually a gravel that's designed to wick water away. You can see all the spaces in the gravel, and as I move it, you can see how wet the gravel is. And use a corrugated tube that has some slits in it. That's a great way to get the water away. Now, plant material-wise, there's literally a plethora of plants that will do well in wet soil.
Oh, good.
Cannas add a great pop of color to the summer, and they will also bloom in midsummer when not a lot is going on. There's a multitude of grasses. This happens to be a really pretty grass, and as the summer goes along, the blades get a really nice pink color. There's hundreds of varieties of carex. They will do good in sun and like wet feet.
Okay.
There are trees and shrubs. This is a Japanese holly, and it's the inkberry holly, and it will do wonderful in wet soil. It actually will die if you let it dry out.
So there are trees
there's
that Jackie can use.
There's a lot of great options. You know, what I would challenge her to do is to take the time to Google, you know, plants that like wet soil.
Okay, and she should find it there. The second one comes from Andrew in Shirlington. Drew, he says, what sorts of flowers can withstand constant sun and which can live in 24/7 in a shady area 24/7? I have both extremes.
And a lot of people have both extremes, and that's a great question because of the house having two exposures. So one full sun, one full shade. These plants, I've grouped them together just to show you just how varied the texture, the color, and the plant size is for plants that like full sun or full shade.
Okay.
This plant is an ajuga. Now this will thrive in full shade. It's about to get really wonderful blue blooms. And if you like to stay with the coppery theme, front and back, you could do something like the sedum. Now, the sedum in his front, where he's getting all the sun, that will not do well at all unless it's getting blazing sun. You've got things like hydrangea. You've got, this is the carex. These are, not the carex, the heucheras. These just show you a little bit of the variance in leaf pattern.
Right.
But there's a multitude of colors
that you could do. And for the same yard, this yard is bipolar.
The yard is very bipolar.
Right.
And so you can mix it up, have a lot of attraction, full sun, full shade, and he's got, you know, a multitude of choices.
I have a question because we have a little bit more time.
Yes.
In my yard, you can literally see a dividing line with my neighbor's grass and my grass. You can tell my grass because it's yellowish. You can tell his grass because it's wonderful and green. Now, he has a whole landscaping crew come out. What can I do? Is it just as simple as feeding my lawn?
It probably is. If you don't check the pH first, what you can do, most of the times if the lawn is yellow like that, it's lacking in iron and lime. You can get pelleted lime, and there is a product that's called Stay Green that you can also use on your lawn. You want to use stuff that's going to have a low nitrogen content, that's going to have a slow burn, because you don't want to burn out the lawn.
Just take it and do it.
And
this year, my yard's coming for you because I have Derek. Derek, thank you so much.
Thank you, Allison.
I hope that answered your question. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break. You know who you are.